So, S8 Plus or Note 8. I have here the Galaxy Note 8 Duos Exynos version, and this is an honest review and my experience after using the phone for almost 2 weeks. You all have seen until now all kinds of reviews and videos with the Note 8. You all know the specs. 6.3-inch Quad HD AMOLED HDR display, Exynos 8895, 6GB of RAM, 64GB internal storage, 3300 mAh battery, and in my case a huge monstrous price of €1000. So let's talk about my experience with this phone and let's analyze some aspects. So this is the review of the Galaxy Note 8. Which is the best smartphone?
The best in the world is called a Galaxy Ironic, huh?
Name the best smartphone.
You already have the marvelous smartphone. Galaxy Note 8 is the king. The other smartphones exist only to pay tribute to the king.
The first one, design. The Galaxy Note 8 is a stunning piece of design. It looks and feels great, and personally I can say that I like it more than the Galaxy S8 Plus. And don't understand me wrong, I love the S8 Plus, it's amazing, but Note 8, it gives you a different sensation and experience. It's a higher, better and more powerful device. It's a phone placed in a different business class experience and more enhanced features. Soon I will upload a video with the two smartphones, S8 Plus and Note 8, and I will make a comparison between them. Don't worry about the quality of Note 8, everything is premium, even the price €1000, as I said earlier. As for features, let's start with the front. There's a front-facing camera, an iris scanner inside the top bezel, along with a earpiece and an LED notification light. On the bottom, on the lower portion of the screen, there's a pressure-sensitive home screen that can be used to wake the phone anywhere, anytime. On the left edge, you get the volume rocker and the Bigsby personal assistant button, while on the right is the power button. The lower edge is home to the USB-C connector, headphone and S Pen stylus, and also the loudspeaker. Finally on the top you get the SIM card, micro SD card slot. The camera has two sensors behind, two lenses, an optical heart rate monitor, LED flash and a fingerprint scanner. How are you, Bigsby?
I'm happy as a clam.
Glad to hear that.
Thanks for the encouraging words.
The 6.3 screen might sound like a nightmare for the small-handed. In reality, thanks to the small edges, tiny top and bottom of the bezel and the 18.5:9 aspect ratio, it's nowhere near as big as the 5.5-inch iPhone 7 Plus and other similarly chunky phones. So the Note 8, it's a small smartphone, but in the same time a huge one. It's comfortable to hold it in one hand, and for more information about this amazing screen, check my other YouTube videos and find more info in the video called What Samsung Should Have Told You About the Note 8's Display. It's an amazing video, also you will find on my channel other great videos about Note 8. Which is the best phone?
There's a choice Samsung or Samsung.
What about the screen? As I said in my other videos, the screen is impressive, one of a kind. You get 6.3-inch panel with a resolution of 2960 by 1440 pixels. That's 3K and 522 ppi. The luminosity is a top record, more than 1200 nits. You will be able to see everything super clear, super sharp, even in the brightest sunlight. As an example, a good laptop screen will get to about 300 nits, and the top-end HDR TV will get somewhere 1000 nits. You get the point. The gaming experience is supreme. On such a display everything is a real pleasure. The screen and the brute force of this phone will offer you the most astonishing gaming experience. I use my phone on auto brightness mode and it's a pleasure to see that screen in any light conditions. By the way, it's one of the few phones that has two ambiental light sensors, one on the front and one on the back. Find out more about this in my video called What Samsung Should Have Told You About the Note 8's Display. Another useful information, you have a 2960 by 1440 resolution, a 3K screen. If you want the best of this beast and if you don't care about battery life, then you have to go to screen settings and choose the 3K resolution maximum and also choose performance mode. Why? Because you will get a marvelous screen, you will get 3-4 hours of gameplay, but in my opinion it is super okay with this lifetime usage in gameplay. It's fantastic. The Galaxy Note 8 only renders app and photos at Full HD plus 392 ppi and in HD plus 261 ppi when you are in power saving mode. So it's only when you switch on performance mode to the detriment of battery life that the Note 8 actually fires all cylinders and pixels. When the phone is in Full HD Plus mode, you get only 2.3 million dots from your 4.2 million pixels, which seems like a waste. So you get only half, almost half, I can say. I use the phone on full performance mode and I'm really happy with it. It's enough for one day. You get enough battery for one day. You can find anywhere a plug-in for recharge, or you can use your wireless charging function in many places, or you can use an external battery if you are out of battery. For me the battery it seems to be very well optimized, even if it's smaller than on S8 Plus. What I've noticed, the Galaxy Note 8 is draining less battery than the S8 Plus when I use the navigation apps and GPS. So to enjoy the full screen mode, the beautiful screen available on the Galaxy Note 8, you have to change your resolution and to select performance mode. It's only then when you get the maximum of your screen and everything is okay. Performance, battery, I really love it. I use it only in this way and it's fantastic. Which is the best smartphone?
That depends on your taste, but you have great taste, so it must be a Samsung.
With this phone you don't have that old TouchWiz experience. You have a new, fresh and rebranded Samsung experience. Everything is smooth, it looks great, and the overall experience is fantastic. There are far too many unique features to talk about them here, but one that has to get a mention, mostly because it has a dedicated button, it's Bigsby. Also, you have on my YouTube channel useful videos related to Bigsby and other features from Note 8. With Bigsby you can do almost everything. It's impressive. Commands such as open Facebook and write a new status that says best day ever or a fantastic day works perfectly. As do actions like opening the settings app in the display settings, making a phone call and opening the camera and making various adjusts and settings there. By the way, Google Assistant can open your camera and phone call task, but not the Facebook or settings commands, or this Google Assistant cannot change various settings in applications or use them. The Bigsby can use a lot of applications, a lot of settings. It's fantastic. Watch my video on my YouTube channel about Bigsby and you will be impressed. Which is the best phone?
Can't say for sure, but I'll bet it rhymes with Samsung Galaxy.
The home screen, it's a customizable grid, meaning you can fill it up with up to 36 apps if you choose so. Samsung experience, it's also very customizable with themes, icon sets, fonts and more downloadable items from the Samsung themes or Galaxy app stores. The Galaxy Note 8 handles split screen apps very well, and it's even possible to create edge shortcuts that open two apps simultaneously in split screen mode. Super useful feature. On this phone there are so many features that I can't cover them in a whole review. It would take me more than 1 hour to present them to you. I will try to upload separate videos with cool features from this phone. Where are you?
I'm right over here. Call my name again if you can't find me.
Let's talk about the S Pen. The S Pen is a passive, no battery needed stylus that sits in its own dedicated space. It's great and it's the most natural writing experience I've found on any device, perhaps aside from the Microsoft Surface Pro's Surface Pen. The screen supports over 4,000 pressure sensitivity points, meaning tiny adjustments in pressure will change how your scribbles appear. The S Pen makes the difference. Note 8 is unique, the experience with the S Pen is one of a kind, and the S Pen is the main reason when you buy this phone. The S Pen, it's a genuine useful feature and not a gimmick. Definitely S Pen, it's magic. How are you, Bigsby?
I'm happy as a clam.
Glad to hear that.
Thanks for the encouraging words.
The main camera of this phone is a 12 megapixel sensor behind a wide-angle lens with f1.7 lens. The second one is another 12 megapixel sensor behind a zoomed lens that provides 2 times optical zoom with an f2.4 aperture. The main camera is excellent, producing clear, detailed and colorful shots. There are loads of modes to choose from, and there's even a pro mode for adjusting settings such as shutter speed. It has optical image stabilization on all cameras. The videos and photos are impressive. The second sensor is where things get interesting. It has double the focal length of the main camera, allowing you a little freedom to zoom in on a subject that's further away. Because the aperture isn't as wide as the main sensor, you do lose some flexibility, but in certain cases, having this zoom is extremely advantageous. The zoom lens main benefit is the new live focus tool. This allows you to shoot images on the zoom lens while the main sensor is being used to understand the background. Together, this lets you defocus the background while you're shooting to create some very classy looking portrait photos. You get a lot of features for video and photo editing, and with the Magic S Pen and the huge screen, this edit experience is something like you've never seen. Note 8 can do anything that you want with a stunning precision thanks to the S Pen. So, my personal experience with the camera is fantastic, one of the best available on the market, and the 2 times optical zoom, it's a great experience. You will get a fantastic zoom with better clarity, and the pictures will look awesome. And the main benefit is that, as I said, is that live focus tool. It's one of my preferred. I really like to take photos with live focus. It's fantastic. They look very pro. What about performance? What can I say? Note 8, it's a beast. The Note 8 opens apps and web pages in a flash. It can play any game at the best possible settings. I've posted a video with the impressive multitasking power of this phone. It's something amazing. Just search that video on my YouTube channel and you will understand what Note 8 can do. My experience with the Note 8 is fantastic. It's the best smartphone available on the market. Anyway, for me, an amazing pro camera with great features. The 2x zoom is much better and practical than a super wide lens. The zoom on this phone is amazing. Overall, I never had such a feeling and experience with any other smartphone. I know this might sound like a cliche. Note 8 has everything that other smartphones will never have, not even in 3-5 years in my opinion. So, judge a phone from your own perspective with your own senses and not by fake advertisers. In this moment, for me and my needs, the Note 8 is the supreme smartphone with tons of features and fantastic user experience. Should you buy the Galaxy Note 8? Well, you're probably asking yourself, should I buy a Galaxy S8 Plus or the Note 8? On the web, many will say, well, if you use the S Pen, then go for Note 8, or if you want to pay some extra money, choose the Note 8. I will say, if you can afford to buy an S8 Plus, then definitely you can afford to buy a Note 8. But should you? Of course, Note 8 will give you much more than the S8 Plus. The S Pen is fantastic, the camera is amazing, the screen, the 6GB of RAM, everything. The dual lens, that 2x optical zoom and the live focus feature deserve all the money. Live focus is my favorite feature, as I said. The pictures are super pro. If you think about this phone and you want it, buy it. It will change everything. Don't choose a compromise. You want it, make all the possible to get it. You won't be sorry. The Galaxy Note 8 has no equal and you will get a premium, sensational phone experience and features. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks.